boy, get over here. Ace walks across the Moby Dick towards the person that called him over. Remember, just because Pops accepted you into the crew doesn't mean I will. Especially because you don't deserve the position as the 2nd Division Commander. Just like always, Ace reacts pretty laissez-faire about the situation. Oh, come on, Izo. Can't we just be friends? We both want to achieve the same thing after all. It has been a while since Ace joined the Whitebeard Pirates. At first he was just a regular member, but after proving his strength and his talent, Whitebeard made him the new 2nd Division Commander, a position that has been left open for almost a decade. No, you don't get it, fire idiot. You don't know what this crew has been through, what we fought for in the past, and what we left behind to join Whitebeard. Izo makes his position clear. Being a division commander in the Whitebeard Pirates is a special honor, and Izo always thought Whitebeard left the 2nd Division Commander position open out of respect for Odin. But now this random rookie appeared and got the title? What is he thinking? Did Whitebeard go senile or something? Izo thinks to himself. He slaps himself for even thinking something like that. Disrespecting your captain is the worst thing you could ever do. Listen here, Ace. I left my family, previous comrades, and my lord behind because I wanted to help Whitebeard achieve his dream. You just randomly appear one day, try to kill him, and now you are the 2nd Division Commander? I want a proof of you. Never. Ace has heard him loud and clear. Even he himself isn't sure what Whitebeard sees in him, but that old man gave Ace something he didn't even know he needed. A family. Sure, Izo. I know we are brothers. This is just fun banter. Talking about brothers, I had a younger brother back in the East Blue once. It was so crazy, let me tell you about him all. He got killed by a celestial dragon, you know? Izo grunts and walks away. This boy can't be reasoned with, and he doesn't want to learn about his past or anything. Marco, fetch! Izo goes to the 1st Division Commander and another Division Commander. Please tell me what Whitebeard sees in this rookie. He's not worthy of Lord Odin's position. Phoenix and Fetch see how agitated their brother is, and while they don't know the full reasoning of their captain, they at least try to calm down Izo. Pops always just says that Ace is special, then he looks into the distance. He is always on about Ace bringing joy to everybody wherever he goes. But that's all we know. Izo, I think it would be the best for you and for everybody else if you just get along with Ace. You know just as well as we do that he will become a key player in our crew. We all know that he has potential, even though he is a bit green around the ears. All of that is true, but it doesn't make it any easier to accept. Some things are just hard to accept and need time to adjust to. That's what Izo now tells himself, but how much time will he need to do? Anytime Ace acts foolish and makes the clown out of himself, Izo reprimands him for it. First it was because acting like that would besmirch Odin's name, as they both were 2nd Division commanders. However, at some point it just turned into Izo trying to control the sheer craziness Ace brought with him. This boy just never tried to plan anything. When they went out together, Izo had always to run after the Fire Fist. In some ways he actually reminded Izo of Odin, when he was still rough around the edges, whatever is the case. He never openly said it, but he started to accept Ace and his position in the crew. Another deciding factor was when Ace returned from a solo trip to Wano. Hearing about the situation of his home made him mad, but he also had to understand Whitebeard's point of view. Everyone in this crew is a son to Whitebeard. He only called Odin his brother, and that brother was killed in a cruel way. Even if they go to Wano now, this wouldn't be a rescue mission. This would only be about revenge. Seeing how Ace reacted to that situation made Izo sure about one thing. This boy is alright. Maybe Ace is something to him like Odin was to Whitebeard. Together they are sworn brothers, and they strive for the same goal. Together they can achieve their dreams. One night, Izo went towards Ace's hammock, before they all went to sleep. Hey Ace, remember that one time you told me about your brother? I have a sibling as well, and sister. She lives back in Wano, but after hearing what you saw, well, I don't even know if she's still alive. It pains me every second thinking about how she might be suffering every single day. I really want to help her, but without Whitebeard orders, I can't just leave this place. Izo. Ace tries to cheer him up a bit. Don't think too much about it. If your sister is at least half as strong as you, she's probably fine. After all, I still haven't beaten you in one battle. Ace smiles wide. But thanks for opening up to me, brother. If Pops ever changes his mind about Wano, I will fight together with you. I promise. He's such a simpleton, but that makes everyone close to him. His charisma makes him a natural gathering point. He really brings joy to everyone. Izo wants Ace to be strong, so that Odin's name doesn't lose reputation. But the more he takes care of the 2nd Division commander, the more he actually starts to care about him. However, there was one thing he could never say to Ace. When he finally accepted him, it was already too late. Both Whitebeard and Ace died in the War of Marineford, and the Whitebeard pirates fell apart. Izo doesn't even know how many of them are actually still alive. That was until Nekomamushi one day met up with Izo, and they talked about saving Wano. With Whitebeard now gone, Izo finally took the jump and returned home to free his people. Seeing his sister again after around 20 years, his old comrades, Marco, it was enough to make him almost cry, but he held back. Compared to them, he wasn't allowed to cry. They suffered much more. While he was traveling around with Whitebeard, not even knowing what is happening to Wano country. Just having a battle to save Wano would have already been enough, but once he saw Whitebeard's corpse fighting, he felt twisted. And later he saw Ace as well. He actually gets to fight together with Ace, just like they promised. Well, this isn't what he imagined though. Could he be grateful to Maria, or rip his guts out and kill him over and over again? This is just a horrible act of desecration after all. Seeing Ace act like a completely different person made things a bit easier. Like, just thinking that he isn't really Ace and just a lookalike. But it was still something he didn't like to see. Because he knew how Maria's powers worked. After all, he was there at the War of Marineford. Fighting together with Ace, but not really Ace, made him feel a lot of mixed and complex feelings. But insisting in saving Wano was the most important thing to do at the moment. They won the battle, but while piggyback carrying Kiku, Izo got shot through the back by the CP0 agent's Shigun. This is basically his life flashing before his eyes. Ace carried all three of them, Kinemon, Kiku, and most importantly Izo. He's confused about this situation. His mind doesn't know anything about what is going on, but his body feels like it was part of everything. He screams for doctors, his brother is bleeding out. He remembers being able to use strings to reattach his own arm, but the strings don't come out anymore. Pops, Vista, Jozu, anybody please. Marco, you need to heal them before it's too late. Ace breaks down crying. This situation he was thrown into is too much for him. So he was helpless, he just doesn't know what to do. However, Marco is there to help. With his advanced observation haki, he was able to feel Izo's depleting life force, and rushed over as fast as he could to help. He won't let yet another brother die. Marco, thank God you are here. You need to heal them. Please, just do something, quick! Marco reacts weirded out by this display. What happened to you? I never thought the day would come that Don Quixote de Flamingo would beg me to heal someone. The entire situation is a mess. Complete and utter chaos. No one knows what might happen in the next hours. Huh? Ace looks confused at Marco. What are you saying? It's me, Ace. I don't know how I got here. The last thing I remember is, well, Marineford. And now I'm here. The Phoenix is even more lost now. It was already bizarre seeing Whitebeard's and Ace's body move around, but now Ace acts like himself again. Marco looks down at Ace's feet, and to his surprise, couldn't find a shadow. Connected to the Fire Fist's body was nothing. Only a second later he could hear people yell, "Whitebeard collapsed! The strongest man in the world, he collapsed! Even without King, we might still be able to win this war." But as soon as that voice finished his sentence, one after the other can be heard. The samurai have won on this battlefield. The last fight is between the leaders. I won't let you do anything in this place. Sword God Ryuma pushes his sword into the wooden floor, and Beast Pirates continue to collapse one after the other. One of the strongest conquerors ever leaves them all unconscious. While this was happening, Marco started to heal the three people Ace brought with him, but he still kept his eyes on the zombie. Everybody in Onigashima can feel the heat of the fire and the end of the war approaching. It took Marco a few minutes, but he could stabilize Kinemon, Kiku, and Izo, with the last of them regaining consciousness quite quickly. As one should do, Izo thanks Marco for saving his life, but then he turns to what he believes to be Doflamingo. And you, I hope we never have to fight again together. Ace is my precious younger brother, my family. I won't let you destroy his body. Just get out of this. This was enough to make Ace cry once again. Izo never said those things to him when he was still alive, and that was something Izo regretted, since the day Ace died in Marineford. Thanks, Izo. I am sorry to make you worry about me even after everything that happened. This means a lot to me. A shiver runs through Ace's body. I guess that was the signal that my time is up. It was nice seeing all of you again. Don't join me too soon, and don't worry about me. In this moment, Ace's body also collapses, leaving Izo shocked, but he finally got to say what he really felt about Ace. Marco and him get closer to each other. They already knew what to expect, but seeing their captain and brother once again made even these roughed up veterans quite emotional. And this is the end. The short flashback for Izo and all of rounding up the story of the Whitebeard Pirates. I hope you enjoyed this quick sidetrack, because next week we're going to enter the final battle between Kaido and Maria. This will be the deciding factor of who is going to be the victor of this raid. I hope you look forward to that, like I said. But until then, all of you need to take care of yourself, stay happy, healthy, and most importantly, cultured. This has been Pyro Prima, and we will see each other again in the next video on Thursday. Until then, bye!